What's up, everybody? It is Thursday night. It is our last draft show here on Fantasy and Frames before the season gets started. And guys, I'm Stacy, he's Jim, and we are joined by two of the most prolific high-stakes drafters in the entire world of all time tonight. Guys, you have got a treat for you. We have got a Mike Schopp. We have got Adam Krautwurst here. Guys, you know them as the Deep End. We are going to be drafting an FFPC Gorilla team tonight, starting here in just a couple seconds. So we've got the fifth pick. I'm going to throw the board up there. But let me welcome our guest, Mike. You guys know him also from ADP Chasing. How you doing tonight? How's it going?
I feel great. Excited to be with you again. It was a fun weekend in Kentucky, and let's see how we can do here in this thing.
Yeah. We get two picks off the board. Adam, how are you? It's a long time no see, right?
I know. It's been like 72 hours of fun in Kentucky, and hopefully soon again in Vegas. And I'll be even better if Brock Bowers makes it to us at 5. So that would be lovely.
Yes, and you can find Adam over at Full Time Fantasy. You can find him in this magazine here that I'm going to bring to Vegas with me to get him to autograph. Yeah. I missed out on my opportunity to do that in Kentucky. We're going to be up here in just a second. We're on deck. We're the Deep Red Crayons. And I'm going to let Jim explain our name. So, yeah. Did I throw you for a loop there? I didn't.
No, we're going to pick first.
Oh, yeah, we can pick first because we're up now. So,
Bowers or Lamb for me?
My vote's Bowers, but I'm one vote.
Bowers is fun. I haven't been able to get him because I haven't been able to draft this early or this close up to the top.
Okay.
I abstain.
You can't abstain.
Well, then I say Lamb.
Stace?
Mike?
Bowers, I think it's what you want. It's what Adam wants. I'm fine there. I'm 50-50.
Right.
Get both guys.
You're okay with Bowers, Jim?
Yeah. He's just as good.
He's all right.
It's better content to descend, right? Who cares about unanimousness?
Yeah,
plus, it's good for roster construction as we'll see as we go through here.
You think so?
I have no issue with Bowers, and I think it's harder to get Lamb in more drafts. That's all. So, but I also don't think that matters. We only own one team.
Yeah. So this is a tight end premium too, just for those that are kind of new and not necessarily up to date with FFPC rules. So this is tight end premium as well. So it kind of makes sense to take Bowers early if you can grab him.
Yeah, I think kind of for the roster construction point is now we're not like chasing it. We're not hoping it falls back to us. We're not. And if something crazy does happen where, I don't know, like Kittle falls to us in the third and we're like, hey, that kind of looks fun. We can still do, not that we probably wouldn't do that, but it just makes it easier. It's out of the way, and he could be the 101 next year.
I have a main with Bowers and Kittle.
There you go.
Ooh.
So fun.
I don't need two. Don't you think, Adam, like you drafted a main event from the 6, that at least when you're in the middle, you're less likely to get trapped at tight end. On the ends, you can get trapped, but in the middle, like, what is it, 6th round or the 12th round? There are lots of tight ends that swim in there. And in the middle, you can usually catch one.
That's true. And I also, too, yes. But it's also like kind of what Jim said. It's like unfair to, as we're kind of talking through it, like you hear all these drafts. You were talking about some drafts you've been a part of online. It's like, well, this is our only draft together, the 4 of us. Yeah. So it's hard to be like, well, I've got 10 Bowers. Or like, well, I have no Bowers. So right. It's like you kind of just got to take the best guy that everybody, agrees on.
And let's just draft as if we didn't have any other teams. I mean,
sounds good to me.
Yeah.
The Kittle joke was just a joke.
Yeah, no.
I was just talking to somebody that I'm drafting with somewhere else, and one of the he was talking about exposure, and I was like, man, you can't drag your shares into our set. We can't do it that way. If you do, it kind of negates the point of splitting with. I like to do it for exposure to players that I get take locked on or don't refuse to draft. So if it's like, no, I don't have this guy, what's the point of us all doing it collaboratively? It kind of negates that.
I like that.
Yeah. I think that's a good point of like drafting, with other people besides yourself. If you're doing it like as a team, like it kind of gets you out of your comfort zone. If you're just stuck on like a couple people, like I know I tend to do that. Like I just did that in a home league where I ended up taking some people that I just really am totally stuck on. I probably shouldn't have, but it's nice to get that other perspective.
You want to know a cool origin story? In Kentucky, when Farrell first did the bourbon turn, he volunteered Stacy to do it to make sure it would fill. And she's like, I don't want to get up and draft a team at 7:30. And I was like, oh, I'd love to do that. And she's like, well, draft it with me. So that was our first draft together. And I sat down and she pulls out this piece of paper and it's a bunch of players highlighted in blue. And I was like, oh, what's this? And she says, oh, this is a list of players that have refused the vaccine because it was around 2020. And I was like, well, listen, if that's the type of analysis you're doing, you're somebody I want to hitch my wagon to. So, and that's honestly, we've been drafting together ever since. So you really do get a bunch of different perspectives depending on who you team up with.
I only take players that have been shot, so that's how
exactly. As Boggy aptly named his team when he took Pearsall and Brian Robinson, the Glock Purdies.
Oh wow,
dude, that's another good story in a big payback where we got sniped on Brian Robinson because Adam took him, and then a round later, everybody gets breaking news. You were doing it before you got shot.
And I still can't stop it. Now I'm taking Pearsall in every
Won't stop. I mean, I first met Adam when we were in Kentucky doing a draft, and he's trying to draft players that didn't even exist. So
you didn't think they existed. Now they don't exist because I don't think they're alive anymore. But
no, he tried that on me.
Pass away.
He did that to me 20 times. Then I got smart.
That's right.
Trickster.
Slickster.
McBride Neighbors stack is kind of nice there at 12.
Yep. Yeah, Henry jumping in front of McBride helps.
Ah.
And I guess Genty. I mean, Genty could go on either side of that. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. This has definitely pushed some value down. So, let's see. We've got a few spots before we pick again.
I just got to say, I love picking at the end of drafts. I mean, the thought of getting Puka or Brian Thomas Jr. or Neighbors in the second round is just so stupid. Like, I love it. I absolutely love it.
Is that your favorite spot this season?
Oh, for sure. Especially in Kentucky where it's third round, or anywhere where it's third round reversal. Like you'll find me at the end of drafts. And Mike and I only do main events unless we're in the 10 spot. That's the only spot that we do main events. So
yeah, 2 for 2 this year.
Two for 2.
We went one happened and one is next weekend at the 110. There's a receiver also, in addition to those that have been named, that I picked in Kentucky at the 111. So, unless there's a run on these receivers, there he is, London.
Was that in our big payback, Mike?
Yes.
Nice.
You guys, Stacy, you'll appreciate this. Uncle Farrell wrangled him into another one. By the way,
tomorrow night at 10.
Why am I not surprised? I am not surprised at all.
Now he's got your phone number. It's over. It's going to be DMs. It's going to be 2 a.m. DMs.
I said, you're going to have to let me pay you in wings. And he said, okay. Then he capitulated. So
yeah,
he can be negotiated with. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I asked him to pull me out of a draft that got moved from Sunday that didn't fill, and he put me into the slow, and he still left me in the draft that didn't fill. That's now going next week.
What a mess. All right, what are we thinking here?
Yeah. Do we want to go receiver here?
So Mike's better at this than I am. I don't have any. Oh, Brian Todd. Look at that.
I just put him in the queue. I was like, is he still there? Is that real? And I just put him in the quew.
Are we speaking freely on this stream? Okay, we're around the clock. Go ahead.
We're on the clock.
Yeah.
Achan is the value.
Yeah, I was going to say
it really is.
Or AJ Brown would be my other choice.
I could be talking to either one of those players. And Is
Jim,
anybody
what are you thinking? You got outvoted the last time. What's your
I agree. I am a value hound. I agree that Achane is the value. Is Kittle silly here? I'm all intrigued now because
Yes.
oh yeah, it is. I see it. I see it. Yeah, it's Achane or Brown, and I don't have a preference if anybody else does.
I like Achane. I don't have any Achane, so let's go Achane. You know what I mean?
Here we go.
All right.
All right.
I love it.
3 running backs behind us, but I think 4 people behind us really doesn't really mean anything.
No.
And
he's supposed to play week 1. I mean, AJ Brown, just to talk about AJ Brown too, he's going to start flying back up draft boards again, I think. He's practiced the last 2 days. He's good for week 1. I think he'll be back in the Drake London. Why is Amon-Ra falling? Like in the main, he fell to the mid-second. Now he's, I don't know.
I don't know what's going on with that. And I haven't heard anything else about Amon-Ra. I know there was like some issues earlier in the, us, but I haven't heard anything recently that makes me think that he would fall. So I don't understand that either.
Mike?
I think, in that cluster of receivers, he's the guy that I pick the least often because I feel like Detroit might be in for a little bit of a rougher patch with the offensive linemen who have left. The coordinator is gone. It's really just that. And the not higher, but the high upside receivers around him are usually more appealing to me. But, in that same draft where I started with London, I picked St. Brown. I mean, you could easily do it. I'm not sure really why he would be sliding except for, Matthew Stafford is a little bit healthier. So maybe that helps Puka.
Yeah.
There's nothing really negative about anybody else around him. So
I guess he's really not sliding in receiver ADP. He's just sliding like when Henry and, guess Gentry goes ahead of him, but like when Henry goes ahead of him, that'll slide him back. But Brian Thomas, I don't know. I've been doing so many FFWCs in Kentucky where like all these, they're such receiver heavy drafts. And then you get into these where Bowers goes in front of them, McBride goes in front of them. And then all of a sudden you're getting Brian Thomas and Amon-Ra in the mid-second. And how about Big Daddy Josh Allen at the 205? Come on.
Hey, that seems so early, right? For he and Lamar. It just seems really early in the second.
Yeah.
That's kind of like when you're in like that gross, like 3rd, 4th round, like take them there.
Right.
It's late in the season. Yeah.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Yeah, go ahead.
It's just late in the season and we're trying to fill out our, allotments, I think. Just different combinations. And
I haven't been able to get Allen yet. I want to make sure I have the top 2 players at different positions. Or top players at 2 different positions. I think it's kind of the same thing we were looking at when we drafted live last year. I think, Stacy, where it's just like either I've done so many of these, I'm going to start trying some weird stuff, or I only get one and I have to have Josh Allen on my team.
Yeah,
that's weird. Crazy in Vegas too. Like that's where like Nick and Sean, the Go Bills guys, they won their second one because they got Kelsey, who was going at the 105. They got him at the 112 because people just needed to. They had enough of their Kelsey. They wanted to try some. Players fall like crazy, and crazy stuff happens, and that's how you can kind of build a super team when you go to Vegas.
Was that after the Kansas City Detroit game and Kelsey didn't play?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Because he didn't play in that game the Thursday night, and then that draft was in Vegas on Saturday.
Yeah.
I think that was the year. Maybe not. That helped, though.
Sure.
That's
anybody who drafted Kelsey that year, it helped if they everybody knew that he didn't play week 1. Well, receiver would be best here, but who knows?
There's no way that.
Well,
no, there's no way. You're looking at somebody. If we draft a receiver here, you're looking at somebody that's complicated.
Yep.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be. There's lots of receivers in that 4 through 7 if you wanted to push it.
Where are we on Hampton and Henderson?
I think I'm more Hampton than Henderson. I just feel like, I know Najee's practicing again. Like there's video of him out today showing that he can in fact see the ball with 2 eyes and not just one. But but I still, I don't know. With Henderson, I just feel like Ramondre is a little bit more of a threat than Najee necessarily is. So I think like this early, I think Hampton, I feel more confident in Hampton, but with Henderson, I just don't know that I feel as confident this early.
I agree.
Yeah. Other options? I mean, whatever you got. I'm open to anything here, so feel free.
Would you take Tyreek with HN? Will we be the one like
Dude,
Dolphins stack in the whole
it's
tournament?
so funny
Oh
you
my
say
God,
that. Did
yeah.
you watch our stream last year?
Yeah.
So I don't come on here very often, but the last time I did it, we drafted 2 fucking Dolphins in the first 2
did.
rounds.
There you go.
And,
We did a
We've
while
already
ago.
decided other drafts don't matter. We've already
right.
made that
True.
ruling.
I'm just looking at a curse from last year.
We did, and that team, I think we loved that team. It with Hill and Waddle, and it was so fun until it was not fun anymore.
Well, I guess I'm Hampton or T.
I think I'm Hampton. This feels weird for me to not have taken a wide receiver this early, but I kind of like it.
We can catch up.
Gotta live a little, right?
Yeah, in FFPC, you can definitely catch up for sure. So
Yeah, it's not like we're going to be distracted by needing to get a tight end. To your point, when we picked Bowers, it gives you a lot more flexibility.
yeah, we can literally go like 6 straight receivers after this if we wanted to.
Yep. Okay.
I love it, Hampton.
Yeah, let's do it.
Welcome to the squad, Amari and Hampton.
For the team.
I feel like I'm on an island, and I know that Mike, you somewhat famously took him pretty early last week.
Henderson.
But I don't like Henderson this early. I can't. It's crazy because I love Josh McDaniels back in that offense, and I'm a big fan. I'm gonna make my camera work, but I just I don't see how they pay Ramondre. Like, I know Ramondre is not Vrabel's guy, but they're still paying him. I just don't think and he still talks nicely about him and all those things. And I think he will win the job, but I don't think he's gonna come right out the gate week 1 and pay off a 3rd round price.
Yeah.
All I was doing that night, because I knew I was in a crowded room of noisy people, was throwing out his name because there was already a vibe of let's do something different. I mean, it was Gibbs at 103, and that wasn't, weird, but I already have Bowers, fine, Gibbs. And I thought there was already a vibe of like, this is going to be a night. And so I said, just the guys were talking through names and nobody seemed that excited. So I just like Henderson. And then Davis tilted his head like this. And Pat's like, I would do it. And then it was over like that. Overzet said the same thing to me on his stream yesterday. Like, I know you're a Henderson guy. Like, I'm really not. I just thought it was different and fun. And I thought it was going to be that kind of night. And it was.
I just want you guys to think that I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Maybe I'll just have to own that. I don't know.
One of the things I read today, I can't remember who it was on Twitter. It might have been like Hayden Winks or Theo Greminger or whatever. But the average, so if you get 50 catches as a running back, the median outcome is RB11 if you get 50 or more. So if he gets like 70 catches, he's gonna finish as an RB1, like guaranteed. Mm-hmm. So that's the only thing that I look at, stuff like that. And we would have taken him as like RB12. But other than that, like other than stats like that, I totally get it. Like you're taking him, like you're paying up for him for sure.
Yeah.
Javonte Williams would like a word about 50 catches and finishing RB11.
Oh my, do you guys want to hear something? And I was doing a home league draft earlier today. And I swear to God, somehow Javonte Williams ended up in my queue in like the 4th round or something stupid early. And I was like, how did that happen? And I went to take him out as on sleeper and I drafted him instead. And there I am stuck with Javonte. Yeah, it's disgusting.
50 catches for 29 yards.
I drafted him twice in Kentucky, thinking, fading running backs and then thinking he'd be a week 1 starter. I think Adam drafted him tonight.
I did. In the 11th round of a main event. Now that's the average.
The 4th round?
He's RB30. He's the guy that brings it all down.
What do you guys think of Jaden Blue going so far ahead of everybody else in Dallas? Like, do you have any strong feelings about that Dallas room? Because I think it's kind of icky just to begin with. But this Jaden Blue thing, I feel like is getting out of control.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
I mean, they have 2 running backs, and even today their fortunes got worse as a team and on defense. So he can catch the ball. He's a maybe they're both not high quality, but he's like sort of an ideal stylistic complement to Williams.
Mhm.
And I mean, free look week 1, could he catch in garbage time 7 passes for 30 yards in that game? Like, I don't know. I think he could end up. I mean, what is it, round 12? He could end up being somebody worth having for me.
All these backfields are a mess. You know, the good thing about starters and any significant players not playing preseason is that nobody gets hurt, but then nobody gets hurt. And now we're stuck with every backfield that isn't an elite runner is 3-headed. And it's like, well, what do we do? Oh, we're just going to grab pieces and cross our fingers and hope that I have that piece. So it just becomes a mess after round 8. And
There's so many questions.
So many questions. You got
the thing about that. The thing about that aforementioned draft, Gibbs Henderson, the rest of our running backs are Krosky Merritt, round 8, everybody laughed.
Yeah.
Brian Robinson in round 12, Ollie Gordon, and Nick Chubb. So we could have up to 5 week 1 starters and McCaffrey's backup. I mean, just those mid to late running backs. I think they're more mid than late now because it's so close to the season, can be, winners. I mean, maybe not amazing. There's not too many James Robinsons that come around, but I think that's sort of how I'd want to draft, which means all the more reason to get their receiver before we get to that point.
You made a point in that draft that really stuck home for me too, which was you compared everybody after Krosky Merritt. And it was like, it's the same bet. It's the same bet for the next 3 rounds of guys. It doesn't matter. Like you can take them in round 12. And honestly, that's his ADP now anyway. But you could take them in round 12 or you could take them here, but it's all the same guy. They all have the same potential. They all have the same risk. They all have the same, to your point, Adam, like in a platoon offense, if nobody gets hurt. So it feels weird, and yeah, it's against mojo, but like in reality, like it's the same risk on the same player. It's just a different name.
And that's why Zach Charbonnet is going in round 7. Because it's like, oh, this guy's only in a 2-headed attack. Like he's actually 1 injury away from being a top 5 running back. So I'm going to take him in round 7. Like it's getting wild on those like handcuffs because there's very few 2-headed attacks. So it's getting. I mean, people like Braylon Allen now. All of a sudden, it's like I don't know.
Yeah.
All that to say, I really like that we went H.N. and Hampton.
Yeah, I'm digging this. We need to figure out who we're going to throw in there. I guess we have to go receiver now at this point. We've got some good options still available here.
Lots of them.
Yeah. Let's see. Anyone?
How much McMillan guy? Is he still there?
Yes.
Oh,
I like Adams.
I don't have any McMillan. I know we're not bringing our other pass drafts into here, but just
are neither of you in the room? I can
only see the board that she's posted.
I know because we can only Mike should be in there because we can only add 3.
McMillan in the queue. So
yes,
there you go.
That's the list for me. That list, maybe not in that exact order, but
no, I just fired them off in the order they were in there. It's all kind of.
We can use the private chat too if you don't want.
Yes.
If you don't want me to say anybody's names.
Oh, I don't care.
I don't. Okay. Yeah. There goes one. Anyway, that takes one of them.
Oh. After we pick, I want to talk about him.
Yeah. I do love Mike Evans, but any of those guys, I think, are fine.
Yeah, either of them are great. Oh, I was going to say we could do Pickens, but there you go. He's at the 401.
I know. That's been happening. Yeah. You guys I know 2 huge Mike Evans fans. Maybe I know 3 if Jim is one, but I know 2 of them are in this draft.
Mike Evans.
Love Mike Evans. Jim does not love Mike Evans. No.
That's not a fair way to put it. But it gets the point across.
Oh, and there he goes.
This for me is McMillan easily.
Yeah.
I agree. I 100% agree. But
Yeah. I think with Thielen gone, I think it makes it, and I had some questions a little bit, but now that Thielen's gone, I can't not want to take him here.
Jim?
As long as it's a receiver, I don't care.
Perfect. It's
All
one
right,
big tier, Jim says. It's one big tier.
There we go.
That's nice value, I think.
It's great.
He-
value.
Oh, yeah.
He, ironically, compared to the other two options there that are pretty good, probably has the least amount of question marks, right? Is that?
It is ironic being a rookie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Carolina. Yeah, I agree.
So four picks of value.
Well, I wanted to talk about Worthy, but I do want to defend myself with Mike Evans real quick. I think they had to try really hard to get him his 1,000 yards last year. And I don't know that if they're in contention and it doesn't like kind of naturally make sense alongside it, he's going to do that again. I don't think he needs 1,000 yards to be fantasy relevant, but I just don't think he's the focal point of the offense like he used to be. And I just like him a little bit less compared to everybody else around him right now for that reason. That's it.
So are you a Egbuka guy? I mean, I'm an Egbuka guy for sure.
I was until Kentucky, and then I mean I just felt like he was a bit too expensive.
He was going really high in Kentucky. I mean, I saw him going around 3 one time. That was a bit outrageous.
I mean, if he's there and he makes sense and I could fit him on a team, then cool. But typically he was out of my reach, so it didn't matter. Like,
yeah. I just think with Evans, I think just like knowing how beloved he is here, as long as he's healthy, I think they're going to do everything they can to make sure he breaks that record.
What's the record?
Well, the Rice, his 1,000 yards, because I think he's tied with Jerry Rice right now. Yeah. So I think they'll just, like I said, as long as he stays healthy. So, but who knows?
James Lofton, the Bills got him in the late, maybe 89. 90 was their first Super Bowl year. He was great. 91, they went back, and he was good, but it got worse. And then 92, the first game of the year, they were playing the Rams, and they were winning by 100. And every pass was to James Lofton to try to get him some record. It might have been most receptions in NFL history or something like that. It was some great record. And he was just like, the passes were a little off. The backup Reich might have been in. Like, it was just sort of, And I feel like maybe he was legally dead after that game. And the rest of the year, just like it was over. His career was over after that. I'm not saying that's Evans, but that's who I think of.
Like Bernie styled him out there.
Yeah, the Lofton example was, oh my God, we got to do this today. They were home, and next week they were on the road, which was a famous game in San Francisco, 1992, week 2. But still, like, oh my God, they're just trying so hard to feed James Lofton.
Yeah,
and like he was never good again. But Evans did have 7 for 92 and a touchdown in the playoff game last year, so it wasn't like the end of the regular season murdered him. So there's that story.
Yeah.
That's why you tune into Fantasy and Frames right there, right?
Big game.
Look what can happen.
Are we thinking receiver again? Yeah.
I think so.
Oh,
I agree.
There's Pollard. About time for Pollard.
Oh.
Adam hates Pollard.
Why do you hate Pollard?
I feel like Jim right now. I gotta defend myself.
You.
I don't hate Pollard at all. I have no explanation. I don't hate him. Mike's making it up. That's it. So Ricky Pearsall, yeah, is that what we're thinking?
I mean, you don't have to tease me with
oh boy,
never
mind. No, never mind.
No, we're not thinking Ricky Pearsall in the 5th round. Are we? Are you?
No, I've just looked at a name and said it out loud. I'm with Jim here. Just pick a receiver and I'll be happy. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
you guys in the queue here.
There are 3 that I like.
But you can say 3 names, right?
Yeah.
Take away.
We can say, there's only.
I like Metcalf more than most people, but Ridley would be my top. And then Jamison Williams is fun, but I think DJ Moore was not one of the 3. And then Williams is fun. Jamison Williams is fun, but I'm not so into fun with this pick with how we've started.
Yeah.
I think I like Ridley.
He was the first one I threw in the queue.
Jim?
It's unquestionably Ridley for me.
Oh, perfect.
Right.
Ridley.
And I'm going to say DK Metcalf. Go ahead.
What do you think of Metcalf, really?
Me? Mike?
Yeah.
I think he's got some upside for sure. Aaron Rodgers, #1 receiver, usually does well, but I mean, I don't think he's Rodgers' style of receiver, but I think here would be a fine spot for him. He's in like a tier of 8 other receivers, so I just got to mix it up.
Right.
I mean, talent-wise, he's above all these other guys, but like, I just like Metcalf kind of feels to me like the kid that's going to end up like sitting and watching his parents fight between
Arthur Smith,
Aaron Rodgers and Arthur Smith.
Yeah.
I just don't see how like it's going to be functional. But I'm okay with the running backs because like Arthur Smith wants to run and Aaron Rodgers will throw balls to running backs. So that's the only thing that kind of makes sense. Sorry, Stacy, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was going along with you there because like with Metcalf, like I just like think that, like you said, Adam, like he's not like Rodgers' style necessarily, like what he does and how he shines, is he's just so fast and explosive and gets down the field. And like Rodgers, I just worry is he, like, is he going to be on his butt half the time? Like, is that line going to be able to protect him? Like he's old, he's our age, he's not mobile. So like,
thank you.
I it just makes me nervous taking Metcalf. It's nothing for Metcalf, just for everything around him.
I've never felt younger than being bracketed with Aaron Rodgers age-wise.
It's just a tier. It's a tier, Mike.
It is.
7 of us.
Is he 41?
Yeah. Right? He's 41, I think.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that. Adam, you're 41.
And a half.
He's almost as old as Tyler Shuck. That joke's never going to get old. Vince, the gorilla comes in at the end and picks the best team. That's how they bring in a gorilla here.
Wait, what?
Do we know?
Vince asked where the gorilla is on here, and I said they're going to bring one in at the end of the draft to decide the best team. That's why they named it the gorilla.
Oh, I see.
I'm just being silly.
I mean, it makes sense.
I thought maybe you had some sort of a bit going with gorillas.
No.
Now their FFPC is giving money to a foundation to help save gorillas now from every draft starting.
I saw
at
that
12:30 in the morning tonight or something. Yeah.
Do we know? Like, I should have asked Dave and what's up with gorillas? Like, I feel like
What is the gorilla fixation with you guys?
What's the thing with gorillas?
I mean, we're a few years late on the whole Harambe situation, so
I'm gonna have to ask. I know Chris loves the dog rescue stuff. Like, I'm surprised she couldn't like convince them to do. I just don't. I'll have to ask.
There's my origin story.
That's right.
Chris Lambert and dog rescues, isn't it?
That's right. That is your origin story.
In terms of all of fantasy football.
Really?
Yes.
Mike, you haven't told it in years.
No,
go ahead.
tell it.
Go ahead.
We've got
Should I include her companion?
Everybody. The whole thing.
So 8.5 years ago, a buddy of mine and I decided to start. We created a fantasy league where we drafted the day before the Super Bowl for the following year, called February Fix. And we did it from a bar that his friend owned. And it's by the airport in Buffalo. It's an airport bar. And it was on a Saturday at like 1:00, the day before the Super Bowl, 8 years ago. And here we are, 12 guys. And we had the big board. Nobody's in this bar because it's 1:00 on a Saturday afternoon in February. And a couple walk in, a man and a woman. And the woman sort of comes over and she's like, "What is this?" And the owner of the bar gets up and says, "Well, this is a fantasy football draft." She's like, "I know that, but what are you doing on a Saturday afternoon in February drafting fantasy football? The Super Bowl is tomorrow." It's like, we're into it. And she's like, well, I'm Chris Lambert. And she was in Buffalo to rescue a dog with Lenny Papano, who's Adam's uncle and owns Draft Sharks. And so I got to know them through that. And then I got to know Adam. And then suddenly I'm drafting with you. I mean, it was really just like that. I mean, I played fantasy football like everybody else, but it was that February Fix League that sort of randomly opened certain doors. And now I get asked to be on shows. It's really weird. I feel like I'm the gardener in the movie Being There with Peter Sellers. I'm just a gardener. I'm not some genius. I'm just sort of a guy that was in the right place at the right time, I think.
That's what it's all about. It sounds like Ollie Gordon.
Much like Ollie Gordon.
I mean, I've done radio for 30 years. So I've been in broadcasting, but fantasy, I wasn't anybody. And then suddenly, I got to know Adam, and we're doing the deep end for a month. And then Darren Armani reaches out, do you want to be in Pros versus Joe? I was like, well, okay.
That's it.
It was just weird like that. That's
as a Joe, obviously.
As a pro.
Come on.
Joe is you have to be in the main event and then get picked to be a Joe. Joe is way harder.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, Joe is way harder than pro to be picked.
That is true. What are we thinking?
Every non-receiver pick is a win. I mean, every green, red, or purple pick, I think, is a win for us, in my opinion. I'm rooting for those other colors.
I mean, there's one that I hope falls back to us, but I'm okay with it. Just about anybody in our queue right now. Adam, you can't see the queue, but I bet you know what's in there.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I got it.
So Xavier Worthy.
Yeah. Ask your Xavier Worthy question.
How high should he be going now? And I think that he should. I think it's arguable that he could go in front of those players, Mike Evans and Tet, when he wasn't before. I guess Harrison too. But what do you guys think? Is that right? Should he be higher? I dealt with this last night in Kentucky, so
I have no argument with that. I mean, they give off all indications that they want to go back to being a more explosive team, and he's going to be their guy for that for maybe 6 weeks and beyond. So, I have a lot of Worthy. I mean, round 3, I think, is reasonable for him.
Kansas City doesn't seem like a team where a dude comes in and produces for 6 weeks, and then your guy that was suspended for 6 weeks comes back, and then you lose the job.
Yeah, and if they're good enough, then there's room for both of them. There's room for. Yeah, my only concern would be, we're playing. It's a top-heavy prize. We're playing for $1 million at the end. Is Worthy gonna kind of slow down towards the end? But even as your wide receiver 3, like this team, has him as a wide receiver 3. If he can just get you there, if he's a top, I don't know, if he's a top 12 receiver, top 10 receiver the first month of the season, that's helpful.
Yeah.
That's a good point too, where we probably would have had to take Tet over Worthy, but that guy did have the flexibility to kind of go for the upside.
Yeah.
So far, most of our bye weeks are late too. So this will be a team, maybe especially when we started with running backs, hopefully Hampton hits right away, where we get off to a better start. And that's such an advantage in these. The seasons are so short.
Right.
You know what they say about San Diego running backs? That in the land of one-eyed running backs, the guy with 2 eyes is king.
Is king.
Oh,
We're up. I would have taken
ahead.
Waddle.
Go ahead.
I would have put first. I think I like
Stacy. Go ahead. You look like you're on the edge of your seat.
Yeah,
I'm
there's only one
so
guy.
excited he's here. Is it too? It's not too early. Is it really too early for him? For Ricky?
Oh, I love Ricky. I wanted him the last round. I was dead serious.
You were okay. I wasn't sure. I was like, oh my god, should I not be?
But I'm just one vote. We got,
fine.
Niner gang.
Mike?
I would have been Waddle. I'm fine with Pearsall. I would have been Waddle.
Yeah, I like it.
Are you cool with Pearsall?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, we're all good.
I mean,
okay.
he might be the number 1 receiver for the San Francisco 49ers. So
The only receiver.
the only
You know, I really thought that Jennings, his whole injury thing was just really because he didn't have a contract, but like I'm actually kind of worried now.
I got him in the main an hour ago. I think in the 9th round. I think.
Okay.
So I think everyone's worried, but we'll see. But yeah, I mean, I love that. I mean, where did he go? Wide receiver? I can't see.
33.
I mean,
33,
come on.
yeah.
Love it.
This is a fun team.
Who put Rashi in the queue?
I might have.
I don't
Got
care.
it.
I just want to know if that was like you just clicking names, or is it like
No,
His
I wouldn't
ADP is
have-
the 6th.
he's on time. I wouldn't have yet because we don't have the depth.
okay, that's it. So if it's not Achan and Hampton and you go 5, you're cool with taking Raji as a 6?
Yes. In Adam's main event draft a couple hours ago, the team at 12 picked Rice at, I guess, the 5-6 turn as their wide receiver 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and then they had Worthy, and then they picked Mahomes. So that I think you can afford. I don't think we could afford that. And even now it's debatable.
Yeah.
I love Ricky Pearsall. Just
I do too. Love it.
Is he good?
I think he's good enough.
Yeah.
I mean, here, the big thing, like, I'm going to do the Evan Silva bit. Like, he got shot last year. Like, you know, he wasn't a huge talent coming out of college, but they took him in the first. And I think they're a pretty smart team. And I didn't think that, I don't mean to say that, you know, getting shot, I think would affect people. But like Brian Robinson, when he got, I mean, you know, it was a different area of the body, but it took him like 8 weeks to get going, and then he looked like a completely different player when he kind of got through that. He looked horrible when he first came back. Pearsall could be the same way because he wasn't very good last year outside of like one game. But I feel like, you know, he has a full off season of not getting shot, and so I think that he will be fine.
See, that team 1 will be interesting now because it's round 7 for Rice. He won't play for 6 games. Travis Hunter is a big question mark. I mean, I like him. And after that, like, they've taken their quarterback, they've taken their tight end. They're going to need to get their receiver somehow. I think it's tough from here.
Yeah.
Here comes the receivers. So
I think it does look like they've kind of made their lives a little more difficult.
yeah, Rice would have been a tough click there, but then you see the value and it's hard to resist that.
Yeah,
I like our
it's a
list.
great team. I do too. I like our list. How do we feel about Olave and Rattler?
Very excited.
Yeah,
I'm in.
I love Olave.
I know
I have a
you do. You
ton
were
of
taking him in
Olave.
Kentucky. Yeah,
That's right. I mean, everything you're going to say bad about Olave is baked in at his wide receiver for like 40 price tag or whatever we're at right now.
This person's going to take a tight end.
Oh my! It's like he.
I could do this for a living. I could do this for a living.
This is why he's a pro, folks. This is why he's a pro.
Exactly. I'm good with Olave here. I definitely don't have much Olave this year.
Jim, I want Jim's Olave love.
I actually within the last 2 days have come around on him, so I'm good with him here too. I wonder with this. No, Ridley's kind of old, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, Olave's fine.
All right, let's do Olave.
Otherwise, it would be Myers or Diggs.
I'd be Diggs if we didn't. If
Yeah,
it wasn't for Olave.
It would be Diggs. Do we think Myers really gets traded? I don't think he does.
No, I don't.
Yeah, I don't think so.
See what happened at receiver? See what happened?
Mhm.
Yes, I
Yeah.
was just going to say I'm so happy we went
Yeah.
tight end, running back. It's worked out. I think we're really nicely.
I really like this team.
Anything can work. Well,
You say
because
that now. You say that
then
now.
you would have been every round talking about, do we take a tight end? Tyler Warren would have got taken in front of us. I'd have thrown my computer on the ground. Like, it would have been a nightmare. Now,
Then Njoku, same thing.
and Njoku, same thing. Now it's like, hey guys, we're locked into receiver for the next 5 rounds, and
Yeah.
it's like 2 tiers really of receivers for the 5 rounds, and just pick one. You know, who cares?
I agree with that, but I'm glad the season is almost over, because I think at say 103, it's a different calculus with Bowers. I think like I would have picked Lamb at 3 here, and you know, then maybe I'm on Kittle. It's just like, I guess I said the opposite at the beginning. Like you can sort of catch a tight end. It wouldn't have happened for this team though. And I think Bowers at 5 is good. I think Bowers at 3, which I did in a main, and then we went with Kittle too, is a little bit more precarious.
Plus, I just think that, and I go, maybe it's just recency bias of listening to certain things, like you said, Jim, you're coming out on Olave, you read something, you heard it, whatever. Like they did Theo today, they were doing like their top 12 like crazy predictions or whatever they titled it. And he thinks Bowers, which I was kind of leaning this way, he thinks he could like have the greatest season for a tight end in the history of football. Like just 168 targets, 140 catch, like he could just be absurd. And if he does that, you have to have Bowers to win. You know, like you just have to. In tight end.
In this.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to argue with Theo, obviously, but doesn't like for that to happen, doesn't Genty need to suck?
Well, I think he was just, they were, again, it was like outlandish, like crazy things, but
I don't think Genty needs to suck. I think Geno needs to click. I think that needs to be, I think it needs to be a good offense. But he did do what he just did with a not good offense and Desmond Ridder. And that was 3rd in the league in receptions.
Yeah, I mean, it is, all the pieces are there for a step forward. So I don't think I've not heard anybody be like, oh, they're going to take a step back. The only arguments that I've heard or the thoughts that I've had are like really just about Genty. You're not worried about Myers. You're not worried about, I'm not worried about Cooper.
Right.
So,
and I think too, like to have a veteran quarterback come in there, and I know it's all camp speak, but it's like when he says, I feel really bad every time I don't throw the ball to Brock Bowers, like it's like, and then he goes out in that preseason game and just throws it to him on like the first play covered in the sideline, like just, and that's the hard stuff, right? Like imagine when they scheme up all the easy stuff for him. It's just, I'm excited. I got my Bowers bags packed. I've got my Bowers jersey ready for Vegas in Kentucky.
Can't confirm.
Let's hope it's not Kyle Pitts part 2. That's all I'm going to say.
I got there to Kentucky. Adam was the driving force for my going. And then the first draft I was in, he was also in his Bowers jersey. I just sniped him. I'm like, I'm not dealing with this guy.
And Mike showed up to the hotel room, and I was just wearing the Bowers jersey. And Mike said,
okay,
I'm going to go stay.
And then Stacy came to the room, and my bed wasn't made.
That's true.
Let's tell everything. Let's say it all. Right?
You got somebody in Mike's bed rolling around over there. You got a high noon.
I had a tough time with those sheets. Sometimes in hotels, I don't know like how many sheets are supposed to be above you and below you. Yeah. And like it was a tough weekend for me with the sheets.
If that was the worst part of the weekend, though, it was pretty good.
Yeah,
that's true.
You know, sleeping alone, you don't want to have that problem.
No,
where you can't figure out how to actually be in bed.
All right, so we're going into the 8th round here, guys. I think we're going to do the first 12 of this draft. This is 20-round draft, so I'll post the board afterwards so you guys can see what our final team looks like. Looks like Team 12 is on the clock.
There's a long way to go. There's a long way to go to really get this to land the proverbial plane.
It is.
I think we're pretty good so far.
I'm really, really pleased with this. This is like, it makes me a little uncomfortable, right? To go, without a receiver that early, but I really love how this is shaped up.
What are your? I know Mike's opinion. What are Jim and Stacey? What are your opinions on handcuffing your own running backs? And not maybe not just these ones in particular, but like just in general, like.
Generally speaking, I don't necessarily love doing it unless you can put enough space in between. I don't know. I almost feel like for the most part, that's probably just going to be a wasted pick. But I think there are occasions when it makes sense.
I was on 4th and Frames last night and asked the same question. So I believe I'm contractually obligated to say I am not for it. But now I'm looking. It's funny because you say not here, not specifically, but I'm looking at H-Han.
Yeah. Out of our two.
Yeah. H-Han being somebody I don't own very much of, and that's the reason why. But again, why I draft with other people. In 99% of the time, and 99% of the time I think I am against it. 100% of the time I've never drafted it unless it's an accident. I don't like to take them. I just enjoy the gap that you create when you own somebody else's. The potential to take the points away from them and put them on your team.
Well, I don't think you necessarily have to not take other people's handcuffs either. I think because everyone's like, oh, it's negative EV because especially in a tournament, obviously, solo leagues are different, right, than tournaments. In a tournament, if I'm just going to use McCaffrey and Robinson for example. If McCaffrey goes down for the season and you have Brian Robinson, well, someone else has Genty and Brian Robinson, and you're screwed. Well, what if McCaffrey goes down for 2 weeks, right? And then you've got Brian Robinson. No one's ever looked at their team and gone, I lost my starter. I can't believe I have my freaking backup. How pissed am I? Like, that was a stupid pick. No, you're always like, thank God I took my handcuff for this 2-week stretch that I need him for in the middle of the season. Obviously, if it's a season-ending injury, it's different. But you might need a guy for 1 or 2 weeks. We're on the clock here in a second.
I want to come back to and talk more about CMC and B-Rob because I had them kind of notes as guys that I wanted to kind of talk about. Are we thinking receiver again? Because I wouldn't hate that.
I like the two names you have, and I'm almost split between them. One is a running back, one is a receiver. I mean, there was potentially good value on Myers and Diggs, but they both went earlier this round.
Yeah.
Addison. I think we could have afforded Addison, but he goes.
Yeah.
What are the names you guys are thinking?
So
the other name is Caleb Johnson. Sorry.
Yep. Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, he's a fun high upside pick, right? He's a injury away, could be amazing. Could be a Marion Hampton, type of deal in that backfield if he has it all to himself.
I mean, what does the board look like? Is there any receiver here? Reed is hurt now.
Mm-hmm. Golden gone?
Yeah. Golden's gone.
Yeah.
I think Johnson is good.
Yeah, I agree.
I like it.
I like it here too, especially because we're not relying on him to, if something, it's all Warren, like however they're going to use them, our weird stuff with Arthur Smith, I'll go ahead and take him before we time out. We have a little wiggle room there if he takes a little time to kind of get going.
I would have said Jordan Mason's the same thing, but maybe a little bit better, but
he went too.
So yeah.
He was gone. Yeah, there were that turn wiped out probably. I mean, understandably too, all the good options. Addison would have been. I was kind of hoping he fell even after we took Olave, so that kind of hurt.
Addison would have been fun because even with that suspension, like it wouldn't have mattered. We could still, afford to have him on the team there with the rest of our guys.
There are some interesting receivers. There goes one of them, Shakir, in the next little bunch, though. So we'll see if the teams behind us feel like they need more. I think Team 1 does.
Yeah.
But I don't know who's watching or who they are or what do I know?
Adam, you said in Kentucky, Shakir's ankle is going to be fine, right?
Yeah, he's playing week 1. Right, Mike? Am I crazy on that?
I think so. He practiced yesterday.
Yeah.
And I mean, he wasn't 100% and he was coy about his status, which is, that's a lot of people who would be that way. Today's practice was closed. So I don't know anything new today, but when Sean McDermott said a couple of weeks ago that he was told that Shakir would be ready for the opener, I mean, I feel like that's his dog, Shakir, in the passing game. I think he's on the field. I think he plays.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. All right. So I want to go back real quick. CMC, B-Rob. I have questions here because I wouldn't have pegged the Niners to go get Brian Robinson necessarily, not with how they typically use guys behind McCaffrey. Because I feel like he's somebody that could come in and probably, produce just a little bit more, like get in there. The rest of them always kind of seem like they're just those backup guys that are waiting for CMC to get injured before they're going to get any use. But I almost feel like that would be a waste with Robinson. So it just kind of surprised me that that's where he went. And I don't really know what their plan is and how they're going to use him. Like, do you think it's going to be like more of a not equal split at all? Because I don't think so with McCaffrey, but like a little bit more equal than those normal backups would have been. I
don't. I think it's very possible he just got fed up with how everybody else was injured, and they didn't give up hardly anything. Yeah. So give me somebody that I mean, Robinson's always on the field. Just give me somebody that I can trust or think I can trust. And no, I don't think it means anything to McCaffrey, or if it is something, it's very slight.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was just like. So out of all the teams that needed running backs, we had not put the Niners as one of the, would have been the top, go-getters for.
No, but he isn't good either, though.
Yeah. Right.
Robinson. Like, it's not, if I'm Houston, I might think I need a running back, but do I need one that isn't good?
Right.
Like, I have Nick Chubb. Why do I need Brian Robinson? If Nick Chubb doesn't get hurt, I've got the same thing or better.
Yeah. And then you've got Woody Marks hanging out back there too, and Dameon Pierce.
Yeah. Robinson was just never, I'm sorry to hog this, but was never like good enough to sort of be worth more. If he were, Washington just won 1 million games and went to the NFC Championship after being terrible for 15 years. So he would be their starter. But instead, they dumped him for nothing to play rookies. Or Eckler, who just goes.
Yep.
That's how I see it. I like having Robinson, later that draft that Jim referenced. We picked him in round 12, and he's there if McCaffrey goes down, which has happened a few times. Ooh.
So we're on the clock. That was quick. Those last two picks, those went fast. Are we going to go receiver again here? There's some good options here in the queue.
I like Coleman here, Adam.
Yeah. Coleman's a great pick here.
I'd rather have Coleman than Shakir. I think there's more upside. Maybe he bombs, but I think that's what we should want in this range.
Yeah.
Or
you guys might disagree.
I feel more comfortable. I was going to say, I don't want to be totally agreeable, but I feel more comfortable with Coleman and knowing what his role is going to be. Besides, I like Burden, I like Higgins, I like those other two that we have there. But I feel like there's more questions in Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
And I think Higgins, we could probably wait if we still wanted to get him.
Cole plays 90% of the snaps at least.
Yeah.
He's nothing but a downfield receiver.
Yeah, if you wanted a running back, there's other options, but I think for receiver, that's the option.
We almost timed out. I hope everybody wanted Coleman.
I like Burden.
Too late.
It didn't matter, so I didn't bother to say it. But and I think the argument's probably the same. I'm just a sucker for the whole Burden in the slot news. That's really all I got. But that's
He's
okay.
Got a better chance of making it back.
That keeps us open for other Chicago players later in the draft. I'm okay with it.
You guys know the mojo numbers on Burden? I think he's got a better chance of making it back. I know I've gotten him.
Burden is
2 rounds later than this.
11th round for Burden.
11th round, yeah. I think we have a fair shot at him next time around. So I like him the same. I like him a lot too.
All right. So we're in the middle of the 9th round for those who are going to be listening to this later.
We're thinking, Burden. I like Jim. I like that too. I like Burden.
Yeah.
And there's also a bunch of running backs there too in that range that we could, all the handcuff running backs we were talking about. All those guys, injury away type players.
If you're looking by ADP, if you're looking by at the FFPC's like natural ADP, I feel like there's a chunk there where it just kind of makes sense, and it's easier to go back and forth between the two when you get down to here. It's the one thing I'll say about like 8, 9, 10. It's felt pretty comfortable. You need a couple things to slide every once in a while, but I've enjoyed picking 7 through 10 pretty comfortably for the last couple weeks.
Especially from the middle, right, Jim? Because you don't have any pressure to fill up positions like you would on the ends.
Yeah, well, yeah. I've been also really unlucky with a lot of 8, 9, 10s. That's been weird too. And then that might be Kentucky. The third round reversal makes a difference there, so I'll say that. But the middle does. You're right, Mike. The middle feels more comfortable, I think, this year.
Just for not getting jammed or feeling pressure to get a player a round and a half early because you know he won't get back to you, whoever that might be.
If you take it, go ahead.
No, it's all right.
If you take it back to the top, like that 5-6 spot, especially for this, like that's kind of nice too, because you don't really care. Like somebody's going to slide there, and it's like, oh, cool. I don't have this guy, but he's going to be really good. So, you know, in this case, it's Bowers, and we have that flexibility. But if you don't have Barkley, you don't have Land, you don't have Gibbs, like those dudes inevitably fall there at some point because everybody wants their exposure. So you can build some really unique. And then, as you said, in the middle, it's more comfortable in the flexibility. It all kinds of lines. I think it all kind of lines up a little bit nicer in those middle picks.
I just feel like what Team 1 has done here is perhaps because of that point. That
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, if I don't pick a quarterback, I mean, Hurts is good value in that ADP chasing main event. We picked Daniels at 410 because, well, it's good value. You know, like we've already got what we have, and let's just do it.
Mm-hmm.
And Hurts might have been the same thing. He's got no stack there, he or she. And then Kelsey, I think that's early. The Rice news maybe helps Kelsey, but again, like, what if I don't pick a tight end here? What am I left with? And what was that drafter left with? You know, picking Njoku or Andrews early or whatever. Then he picks Kraft in 9 anyway. So that's what I mean. Like, if you're picking on I like the ends. Or I like 2 and 11, so I can at least play off one body.
Yeah.
But in the middle, like 5 through 8, I think you can just kind of, if you're on top of things, you can just really, really jam. Also, is my music too loud?
No, I don't hear any music.
How about now?
There it
How's
is.
too loud? Is it
There it is.
Margo? Oh, you heard that.
Yeah.
How
Try to
different
turn the
does
music
Team
up.
1 look? How
Sorry.
different does Team 1 look if you take AJ Brown instead of Jonathan Taylor?
Or
Then he gets that hurt stack, and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love that point. I mean, we would have done that. We would have picked AJ Brown at the turn.
Yeah.
I think.
I literally just saw that AJ Brown went in the 3rd round. Holy and
Yeah.
I think Mike and I were secretly futilely crossing our fingers.
holy cow.
Oh yeah,
I mean, he
we
got
said
so
it.
close.
We said it.
Yeah.
Like maybe he makes it back. You said maybe he makes it back. Like, he does not make it back.
I mean,
Like,
but gosh,
right.
it really was close. I mean, almost.
Well, that's when you have 2 quarterbacks. I guess it's the 2 quarterbacks that did it.
Yep.
Yeah.
What is his min on Mojo, AJ Brown?
I'll
Like, what's
check.
the latest he went?
Let's see. Give me a minute.
Probably mid-3rd in one of these.
Talk amongst yourselves.
I started looking too out of habit. I'll let you get it.
All right, going in the 10th. Get a little tooting off the board.
And Braylon Allen.
Oh,
Here
yeah.
comes-
Allen and Benson. All those
Here
guys.
come
that
those
we were
running
talking
backs.
about.
Here they
Yeah.
come.
Just in the last 2 days, 3-6.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I kind of feel like everybody is taking their entire 60 seconds here. It's kind of slowed down a little bit.
Yeah, it's been a really slow draft.
Yeah. Yeah, because
What is the baseline? Like 2 hours or less than 2 hours for these?
Yeah, usually less than 2 hours.
Yeah,
and
it should be
usually
hour
you knock it
45.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You still have a chance.
I think even our main event that we did like 2 weeks ago, Stacy. Like that was, I think it was only like an hour 20.
Yeah, it was quick. Everybody was on top of it in that draft.
All right.
It's because I don't think there's any green stars in here. That's the problem.
I did. You are correct. I looked at that this morning.
There you go.
It's just us.
Also, yeah, an admission of success.
Oh man, it is. It's like it's completely slowed down to a stop. I was like, how much longer are we going to be?
You can't point fingers. We've burned through a lot of clock too.
That's true.
It's tough right now because all your prep is almost like from this point forward is irrelevant. It's just now, what is the news of the last week?
Yeah.
ADP doesn't matter.
Yep.
And
compare bye weeks.
Right. Bye weeks, the players you've already picked. It's harder. I mean, Adam, the hard way draft, just sort of line them up and knock them down. I mean, it's just there was not much to – you didn't know anything in May.
Right. That was
so just like, oh, well.
Yeah.
And then you can still get – you don't want to overthink correlation and stacks because guys get moved. Imagine if we had drafted Micah Parsons on a Lamb team in May, thinking that was safe, and then whoops. So good thing we didn't do that.
Micah Parsons, welcome to the Packers. Go Pack Go.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So sorry, Cowboys. That's, man, pour one out for the Cowboys.
That's even better for all those those Cowboy shares, right? Their defense is going to be terrible.
There is no worse feeling than having your favorite team run by a GM or an owner that's just completely in the clouds. And in the Cowboys case, it's both. It's the same person.
Yeah.
He's calling Parsons Michael at the press conference tonight. He went on forever
Did he really?
talking about the trade, and he kept calling him Michael Parsons. Like, it was
Jerry.
really, really shockingly bad, but not surprising.
His kids need to get that under control. Like,
I can't wait to watch it because I think Stephen Jones was sort of showing his exasperation. They were saying that on Twitter. Oh my God.
It's like the meme, let's get you to bed, Grandpa, you know? Yeah. Jeez.
Well, the world is waiting and watching with bated breath to see what happens to this exciting Red Crayons team in the 10th round of this big gorilla. And when will the gorilla appear?
The longest round in fantasy football history.
All right, I'm in the 10 o'clock tomorrow night in Kentucky. Wow. Do I have to go there?
Yes. You have to fly in. Absolutely.
I have to leave now.
Or drive. It works.
Here you go, Tim.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's do it.
We're taking Luther?
Luther. Come
on down. Welcome to the Crayons.
Hey, good call. That's all.
Yeah.
Are you both do you both subscribe to the if you talked about him at the last pick, you must take him at the next one?
Yes.
No.
That's interesting because even though I wanted him, I was looking at another position. So
all right. Speak it into existence like you did that one.
Yeah. We can do whatever else we just have Ricky Pearsall and that just brightened my day. Yeah.
I'd like if you guys have it up, I'd like some quarterback ADP knowledge.
Kyler Murray round 10, Baker round 9. Although I don't want Baker.
Purdy
later 11, Dak 10,
Caleb
12, Justin Fields 12, Drake May 12, Goff is 13, Herbert, McCarthy, Lawrence, Love, Stroud are all 14.
Okay, thanks.
Why don't you like Baker?
I just lost a coordinator, and I want a guy with a little I feel like his rushing last year was like a fluke. I don't know. I just a pocket passer. I want a little bit more rushing upside in my guy. I know he ran a bunch last year, but I feel like
there he goes.
Like I would rather go Trevor Lawrence and get the new Baker Mayfield.
Oh, okay.
So
and we have no bucks.
And we
It's
have no-
true. No bucks. Oh,
Here they
it
go,
is true.
Purdy.
There
Ah,
they go.
Our
Are
chance to
we
be the top
stacking?
three
Do
is
we need Tua? Really
Oh,
hope
not yet.
Tua comes
He's
back.
down.
Team 1.
Tua, I didn't even
Not-
see Tua.
Not yet. Way later.
I don't really want. You don't have to look.
It was the 18th round.
want
So
I think the only quarterback we would possibly take here is Caleb Williams, but I'm not eager to do that. I mean,
I would
how
take
many of these
Justin
teams?
Fields.
Justin Fields. Okay, I am fine with that. Actually,
Or running back. Like I feel like
he's really like some love him or hate him, right? Fields.
Yeah.
Stace Fields. I mean,
I
just
you know,
thoughts.
yeah,
You don't have
I
to,
don't
but-
hate Fields, especially if you're waiting. I think though I would probably want to pair him with somebody else just on the in
Oh,
case
for
that,
sure. Oh,
you
you
know,
definitely
we don't like it.
Definitely.
I'm okay with running back here too.
Who is it?
Oh, okay. The one who's in the top of the queue now. Well,
I wouldn't have hated Bigsby, but I do like the guy at the top of the queue too.
yeah,
I would vote
Right.
Fields here. I think,
Fields.
but it's not critical because
Um,
the other options and the guys that have picked quarterbacks in the first 4 rounds should not take a backup.
Do you think we need HN insurance?
No.
Okay, then I don't care.
Adam does. Adam does.
Well, here's the problem: is I think Ollie Gordon's like the worst HN replacement. Like the guys are completely different. They want fast, speedy guys, and they've got.
I didn't mean we should take Ollie. I didn't mean handcuffs.
Okay.
I meant, do we need a starter in case he doesn't go week?
Yeah.
Interesting.
For week 1, I think HN plays week 1. But just if you're saying
Okay.
in general,
If you do, then we don't need Ramondre. But if you think that he might not, Ramondre might be a serviceable person for 1 to 4 weeks. That's kind of my only.
I think he's going to play week 1, Mike.
I mean, it sounds like that,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
there are still flex RB2 candidates later. I guess I don't hate it.
It's really if we lean towards him playing, then I think Fields is the pick.
Yeah.
I lean towards playing.
I would be 60-40 yes toward that. So, okay.
I'm 70-30. If in case anyone cares.
Well, I'm 71-29. How do you like that?
Let's go.
Take
Let's
that.
go Fields here and then
Right.
see what comes back to us and what we
Yeah,
want
I
to
think
there.
Stacy, like you were saying, I think so. Round 14, 6 quarterbacks, 8
Okay.
ADPs in round 14. So if we just want to pick one of those, or whatever, pick your
Yeah.
poison in that round, you'll get your second one.
Jim is right, though. Like, that was the right thought. We got to get sturdier at running back here, if
Yeah.
possible, in the next 2 rounds, I think.
Yeah.
If there's a way to do it, we got to dig in, use the full clock like everybody else.
Right.
We
No, it's
got
late.
kind of close that one.
Yeah.
It's weird, right? Like, oh, they do move in herds. Like you'll be like Burden came back, and it's kind of weird that a guy that was 4 people down by ADP in FFPC's natural queue like came back. What are we? So 10 whole picks or 12 picks,
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Yep.
But there's a running, there's 3 or 4 running backs that we like, so we should be safe, and all of them will go like within 6 picks of our
Yeah.
pick.
And Gordon will go before our next pick anyway, I think.
That helps us. I think we all agree we don't want him.
We don't, but I just what you said really
Mhm.
is right. Like we need a week 1 starter, and the point from earlier was a good start with this team because late buys. It's good. It's always better to have a good start. There's Gordon. Like that's what's going to happen.
And that was that auto drafted?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're worried about we could still get fine week 1 replacement. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say-
Caleb Johnson won't be the Jets. I mean, I think he's at worst getting half the work. They're favored to win. So
Yeah.
if we don't have Achane for some reason, Caleb Johnson starts and we're starting McMillan, Ridley, Pearsall, Olave. Like we have a lineup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I know we're not talking about other drafts, but with Caleb Johnson, like I feel like I have so much Jalen Warren and I'm, like I know what's going to happen there. I feel like I really need to start coming around on Caleb Johnson and start just drafting him because it could be him, and if Jalen Warren gets hurt, oh my God, like now you've got, Omari and Hampton or something like that.
I've been forcing myself to take Caleb Johnson because of what's happened with Jalen Warren the last 2 years and because of Arthur Smith.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if it's deep enough to just take Caleb Johnson, and you shouldn't be looking at other running backs on the roster.
Gainwell, right. Exactly.
Yeah, Gainwell, yeah.
It's
anytime touchdown scorer at DraftKings, Steelers -3 at Jets week 1. Breece Hall is the favorite at +140. Who's second?
Caleb Johnson.
Correct.
Oh,
+165. I mean, it's really tight. Justin Fields, who we also have, Metcalf, Jalen Warren, Wilson. Nobody knows.
Well, good news. We have a free look on Omari and Hampton. So if he stinks, we can throw in Caleb Johnson.
Do we take Najee for the same reason?
Oh, no.
I don't know. Maybe
we could drop him if he sucks.
Oh, no.
I can't take any more. No, I had so much Najee early this year.
Me too.
That's speaking of portfolios, the 4th of July was detrimental to quite a few teams that I had drafted up to that point.
Yeah.
He's really going to play in Brazil on that field against Kansas City with one eye after never having had one full practice. The game is a week from tomorrow.
Yeah.
He's really going to do that? He's not really going to do that.
With all the fireworks going off there too, he's going to have
Adam.
PTSD.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Is that too much?
No.
All the stuff they say on chip chasing, and that's what puts him over the edge. Like Crack Rock's getting loosey-goosey on that show tonight.
Oh, my God.
I can't believe we're going back to Brazil after that. That was just – I can't.
I know.
You're just attuned to it because you're a Packers fan.
I am.
Fans of the other 31 franchises don't give a shit. So
I was distraught after that game. Like me, Jay Reed, were walking out of the Friday watch party almost like in tears. Like, our season's over. What's gonna happen now?
By the way, is Underdog now on 1 hour clocks?
I think so. I know the FFPC slots are on 1 hour.
It's going to be a problem.
Good luck.
I just put this down for half an hour. Now I'm up in 8.
Oh my gosh.
Oh boy. What a life.
What a life. Quote life. Quote.
Yeah. By the way,
confession to me.
Games. Oh, so go ahead, Jim.
No, I just had to stop donating money to Underdog. That was it.
Yeah, me too. If we're gonna send our sporting events to other countries, can we get like not their high school fields, please? I mean, I'm watching that game in Dublin, that college game. They couldn't even keep lines on the fields.
That's right.
Now, Brazil, the fields are falling apart. And they won't send us anything. We can't get a Champions League game, nothing. They won't send us anything. We get friendlies, and we got to send them opening day, and they're talking about Super Bowls now. It's like, oh my God.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's a good point. They're not letting soccer players play in those fields for sure.
Well, they're not letting soccer players play on our fields either. So, whatever. One more pick.
Knock
it out of the park.
Are we going to go with one of our, I guess we need to go running back here.
Yeah, I think running back would be, there's a tight end I wouldn't mind taking here either, but I think we got to go running back.
Is that right?
Oh, me too.
I mean, one has fallen, yes. Am I not looking at the right? Yeah, 2 rounds. Goddard.
I wish I hadn't seen that.
Just saying. Free look. Oh my God.
I think it's cool.
It's so cool.
I like 2 picks from our list. I don't think I like
only 2 of them.
Oh, this guy's not taking Goddard either. We got to talk about it. We got to talk about it.
I love it.
I
Oh,
mean,
we're
this
up.
late.
We're up.
Leads running.
Yeah.
Come on.
We're a little bit closer on the turn here. I think we can push it.
Should we? I mean, it's two. He's dropped 2 rounds. It's crazy.
The tight end.
Well,
Yeah, I
hey,
got it.
yeah, but Samson's fallen 2 rounds too. If you want to,
Okay.
Is it really also 2 rounds?
yeah, and we have Brock Bowers. That's all I've got.
No, that's fine. I really
fair.
don't care. I just happen to notice it.
I agree with you completely. Like 2 rounds past ADP, but the argument's the same for both players. Does it? I don't know.
Samson.
All right, we got 20 seconds.
I vote Goddard.
Stacy.
Yeah, let's with tight end premium. Let's go Goddard.
Okay. I'm glad I didn't have to vote.
I very much respect Jim's point. Like that's
The
I think he's a flex option. Free look week 1. Let's win. But
Yeah.
yes, and the Browns.
the other thing is I like Pitts also, and I would have been fine to see if either one of them comes back.
Adam has
2
that true.
jerseys.
I didn't even notice.
Sorry. We all know Adam's closed.
Terrible.
Oh man. All right, so we're done with our pick in round 12. So I think we're gonna wrap it for us. Like I said, guys, we'll all be posting the board once we're finished here tonight. But I just want to thank everybody who hung out with us tonight, everybody watching, everybody in the chat. Before we get going, real quick, Mike, tell everybody where they can find you online.
Me?
Yeah.
At Schopp Talk, SCHOPPTALK, like on the screen. I do Monday through Friday in Buffalo, 3 to 7 Eastern on the Odyssey app. PM. I'm on after Bills games for the 25th year in a row on the either the network or some post game show. As long as it's not a primetime game, I got too old for that. And then Tuesday mornings, ADP chasing. Then one more week only. Actually, next week is the last week. And then we turn it over to stat chasing for during the season. Wednesdays, Purple Insider with Matt Collar, which is more on the Vikings, but I'm there for fantasy purposes. I think that's it.
Oh my goodness. Guys, make sure to go give Mike a follow. Mike, thanks for hanging out with us tonight and drafting with us too. And Adam, tell everybody where they can find you right now and in the season.
Adam_Krautwurst on Twitter. I'm doing a bunch of stuff with Full-Time Fantasy and the FFWC for more high stake stuff. It's at playffwc.com. And local soccer fields where I coach 900 soccer games. So that's what I do. So yeah, that's it. Thanks so much for having us, Stacey. And I'll be in Vegas next week. Come say hi for sure.
Yeah. Come say hi in Vegas, guys. Again, give us a like and subscribe and follow if you had a good time tonight. We will be back in a couple weeks here on the first Monday night for Monday Night Football. We are going to be switching over to the Waiver Wire Watch Party. We're going to be hanging out, talking about the Sunday action, going over waiver picks, commenting on the game while that's going on. So that should be a good time. So this is going to be our last show for the draft show. It's been a great season. And we will see you guys on Monday Night Football. Everybody have a great night. We'll catch you later.